Yo, what is up guys? It's the Goblin and welcome back to another Call of Duty video. Today's video, I'm going to be talking about Call of Duty World War II. As this game comes out in just a couple of short days here, I'm going to be talking about it. People love the videos that I made talking about Black Ops 3, my experience with Black Ops 3, as well as Infinite Warfare, sort of wrapping those ones up. So I thought, why not make these for a few more Call of Duty videos? They're really fun to make, and I love talking about games that I'm passionate about. Today we're talking about World War II. Hopefully you guys will drop a like on this video. Let's go for 2,000 likes. That would be amazing if you could hit that. Also subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Now, of course, this game comes out in, what, 5 or 6 days now. The gameplay you're watching here in the background is just some beta gameplay on Ardennes Forest, or Ardennes Forest, however you say it, dominating some fools with the STG, and a pretty good gameplay, but it is just from the beta. And today's video is going to be a bit interesting because all those videos that I made talking about Infinite Warfare and Black Ops 3 were sort of why I enjoyed those games after the life cycle was complete. Today's video, I'm going to be making some predictions for this game, and it's going to be interesting to look back on this video in like a year or even a couple months and see what World War II has actually done for the Call of Duty community. But first off, I want to clear something up. I made a video talking about how to get World War II early, and all the stuff from that video was true. However, I wasn't aware at the time of making that video that there's something a bit different about getting World War II early this year, and that's why I deleted that video. Basically, people do have World War II early, and people are playing it, but they've said that they're not going to, some of the stuff in the game, and especially like the online multiplayer servers, is not coming out until they release a patch, which will probably only come out like a few hours or a day before, so it's not really that worth to be able to get this game early. Of course, you still are, and there's still people leaking, playing offline mode and campaign mode, so it still is cool to get it early, but it's not the same as other years. The first year that they've locked stuff like that, so that's why I removed that video, and I want to clear it up here for you guys. It's still cool to get it early, but definitely I wouldn't spend all your money on it or anything like that because it's not as worth as it was in past years. So let's talk about World War II. Now, leaks are starting to come out, but then again, we don't know if everything is leaked because of this day one patch, what they're supposedly calling it, where more other things are going to be included. So some of the questions that are still with this game is, why are they hiding all this? Why are they going to such lengths to conceal stuff that's going to come out in the game? And the big questions are, is there going to be a dogs kill streak? I've seen the kill streaks list so far, and I wish there was going to be dogs. However, I don't think that's going to happen. I would love if it did happen, honestly, but I think the chances are kind of low. If that was something they were hiding till release day, that would be absolutely amazing. The other big question is there going to be a nuke? And the nuke would be insane, and I really, really hope there's a nuke. That would be absolutely awesome. Sledgehammer Games, of course, had the DNA bomb, which we weren't really aware of until release, and it makes sense if they're trying so hard to stop people from getting early copies and from leaking intel. I saw a bunch of people trying to leak stuff on Twitter today and was all getting deleted. Maybe there is something very secret, such as a nuke or a hidden kill streak, that they are trying to hide. So my hopes are up for the nuke. I don't know if it's going to happen, but either way, we still have the Vicious Medal. But if we think back to AW Sledgehammer's last game, they did have the nuke as well as the Vicious Medal, so I'm hoping that's what it turns out happening, and that's another major question. The other thing is with the maps. There's been leaked like that there's only 10 maps in this game. Do I think that's true? I'm not really sure. Maybe there'd be 10 maps for normal multiplayer modes, but then more for like war or some for specific other game modes. I'm not really sure how that works, but let's talk more about this game and what I think it's going to do for the Call of Duty community. So the first obvious thing is it's boots on the ground, and I think this is going to have a positive effect and a negative effect. Well, people like myself, OG Call of Duty players, you guys can let me know in the comments what Call of Duty was your first COD game. Did you start, actually you guys can answer this, we'll make it a bit simpler. Did you start playing Call of Duty when it was boots on the ground, or when it was a movement, advanced movement? Leave that down in the comment section down below. Either advanced movement, leave, or boots on the ground. You can, if you want to be specific, leave the Call of Duty, but that's the main question. So people that started on boots on the ground are excited for this, and I feel like people that are used to advanced movement, it's going to be a mixed reaction when they actually get to play in this game, because the playstyle is completely different, and it still is Call of Duty. You still have your custom kill streaks, your class ups, and all that sort of stuff, but that's going to be one of the big questions, is how it plays. Now, the main thing for me is the maps, and that's what I broke down my other 3 Call of Duty videos into, and I'm sort of going to break this one down into something like that as well, because that's what I did for those other ones. Basically, let's break it down into the 3 sections that I did for my other videos and sort of give some predictions here. So the 3 sections were the guns, the maps, as well as the kill streaks. As far as the kill streaks, I gotta give, like, from what I've seen in the beta, and as far as the beta, I would say World War II's beta was good. It wasn't the best. I've been participating in 3 Call of Duty betas. I wasn't around for the first one, which I think was World at War or something like that, but I would say out of those 3 betas, Black Ops 3 was the most enjoyable for me, even though there was a lot of exploits and problems with that game. World War II was the second best beta, and then IW would have to be the worst beta because that one they were not prepared. And we saw with the release, they weren't even prepared for that game when it came out. So from the World War II beta, and of course things are going to change. It's been months since the beta, but my prediction on kill streaks is that they will be fairly weak. I'm not going to say they're not going to be the worst kill streaks ever, like we had in sort of COD Ghost, but I think the kill streaks are going to be at around the same level. Maybe a bit weaker than Advanced Warfare, because Advanced Warfare also had the variants on the kill streaks, which I think are going to be coming out, and that's another positive I'll talk about later in the video once I get through my 3 points. But I definitely think kill streaks are going to be a bit on the weaker side. As far as the guns, that's another one which is sort of questionable. Many of the guns from this World War II era are very similar to each other, and I hope that there is a lot of customization with the attachments and the perk setup. It looks like it's not that much customization, so that's sort of a concern for me, but the guns are fun to use, which is a major positive. They may be very similar to each other, especially a lot of the SMGs, but they are super fun to use, and it feels rewarding when you get a kill. And in my Black Ops 3 video, I mentioned that was something that made the game last long, so I'm hoping that and being rewarded, get that good feeling when you get kills with these special guns in this game is going to be something that makes World War II last long as well. And as far as the last thing on my list, the maps, if they're only putting 10 maps in, they're probably going to be good maps. Now, I don't know if that rumor is true. I know we already have 2 good maps and 2 bad maps. Or 2 good maps, 1 medium, and 1 bad, I would say. 2 good maps we have right now are going to be Ardennes Forest, the one I'm playing at today, and, of course, Gibraltar. Those 2 maps are pretty much flawless, to be honest. Of course, the grenade spam is kind of annoying, but these maps are classic Call of Duty 3-lane domination, spawn trap, TDM. They work great for everything. Awesome maps. I can't wait to see how like Gibraltar plays for SND or even Ardennes Forest. As far as the other maps we have the Point du Hoc, which I'd say is an average map. It would be very fun for ground war. For 6v6, it was kind of average in the beta. And then the last one, Aiken or whatever, was honestly just a trash map, to be honest. And that one, I hope they make some changes, or I don't think people will be voting for that a lot in the rotation. Now, the main question here with this game is what is going to make this game stand out. As far as what I've seen from a beta, and you can get a good feeling of the beta, this is a solid, good, boots on the ground Call of Duty game, but we need that standout, and I think the standout is going to be coming this year, because I have faith in Sledgehammer Games, because they were very innovative with AW. They basically invented supply drops, revamped the DLC game, kill streaks, that they added like perks for your kill streaks. I think we're going to see all that sort of stuff again here, especially with that this game is something like 100 gigabytes or something like that, 120 gigabytes just off the default, which means that we're probably going to get a lot of different DLC content. And with this new headquarters mode, where you apparently, there hasn't been that many leaks about it, but basically it's sort of like Destiny, where you can walk around, talk to other people, challenge people to 1v1s, open up supply drops and let other people watch you open supply drops. What else can you do? There's a mailbox. I don't know if I mentioned that as well. There's just like a whole open world to that. And I think with that, it really adds that aspect to the out of the just gameplay that needs to keep this game going for the longevity of it. I do have a lot of hope in this game, especially since it's Sledgehammer Games. I think this is a game that I'm probably going to be going to Max Prestige in. You guys can let me know if you guys are going to be going to Max Prestige as well. But I definitely have the hope that this game will last a lot longer than IW. IW honestly lasted, as far as the life cycle, probably like 3 or 4 months before people, people were already mad at it off the start. People are going in with good expectations here for World War II. I definitely think this game will last. My guess would be till the summer, and then once the summer comes around, everything gets sort of a new life if they're doing the DLC properly. So I'm hoping that this game is going to be super fun to make videos on. There's a bunch of stuff to do with the headquarters and DLC, and, you know, of course, I'm going to be doing a ton of tip videos when this game comes out, going super hard, and I am very, very optimistic and excited. And of course, that doesn't mean I'm going to be giving up on other games. I'm still want to do Black Ops 3 videos, because I'm still going to be hopping on that, and who knows if they're going to keep updating DLC and other stuff like that. But definitely, I'm optimistic that this will be the game for 2018, and that while people will still be playing other Call of Duty games, this one will get the main focus, and Sledgehammer Games hopefully will have that good support that they had on AW. AW sort of was a game that wasn't as strong of a base game, but with their innovation and DLC content and stuff like that, they made it a strong game. And I'm hoping that this game combines that strong base, boots on the ground, sort of Black Ops feel to Call of Duty with Sledgehammer Games, the designing talent, and that we get something pretty good here. I'm excited. I hope this thing's gonna last. Of course, it's gonna be interesting to look back on this video once we actually get our hands on this full game, and look forward to seeing what's in store for the future. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you made it to the end, drop a like on this thing. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Sub for a cookie and don't looky, and I'm out. Peace. World War II, baby.